Alright, what's going on, guys? I want to talk to you today about Call of Duty 2016. It's only February, but we have been getting some information about the game. So I actually did want to talk about something, but this is not going to be a news video. I actually have a concern, I guess I would say, about the next Call of Duty, and I kind of just wanted to bring that to everyone's attention because I don't feel like anyone has really talked about this. So I thought I'd just share it with you guys, see what you say. Maybe I'm fucking crazy, I don't know, but I was just thinking about this, and I wanted to get your input on it and see what everyone else says. So first of all, let me just fill everyone in if you don't know what's going on. Yesterday, Infinity Ward tweeted, COD 2016, now it's official. Can't wait to show you what we've been developing. Hashtag Call of Duty with a picture of Infinity Ward. Now, this isn't exactly groundbreaking news here. I think everyone knew this was coming, so don't really need to discuss that. But one thing I did think was interesting was Charlie Intel tweeted, Activision CEO says Call of Duty 2016 will be a new, innovative title from Infinity Ward. Now, that tweet is pretty vague. It's just a standard marketing statement from the Activision CEO, but the way I actually interpreted that was that the next Call of Duty will not be MW4, and it will not be Ghost 2, that they're going to be coming out with something brand new that we've never seen before. That's the way I interpreted it. You can interpret it a different way. It can be taken a few different ways. That's just the way I looked at it. But even that, I'm not really too concerned because in another couple months, we'll know for sure what the name of the next game is going to be. So it's not really a big deal to worry about that right now. What I actually want to talk about is advanced movement. Now, I think it's pretty safe to say that the majority of the Call of Duty community does not like advanced movement. I think most people have hated it since Advanced Warfare, even before Black Ops 3 came out, and I definitely fall within that category. I am not a fan of it. Now, obviously, not everyone out there hates advanced movement. There are some people who probably love that shit. I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know why you like it, but there are some people out there that really do enjoy it. But I'm just saying that the majority of people who purchase Call of Duty and play it every year do not like advanced movement. Actually, you know what? Let me go ahead and show proof of that, because you know there's going to be that fucking Eugene in the comments that tries to just disagree with everything. So let me just show you something real quick. Okay, so what you're looking at here is the official tweet from Infinity Ward announcing Call of Duty 2016. Also, I'm on incognito. I'm not signed in to my actual account, as you can see, so the responses are not biased in any way. These are the top responses to the tweet itself. So let's just go through these and see what everyone says. First actual response. Look, just give us a classic IW COD Collection remake for the new gen and we'll all be happy. Literally the only way I can enjoy COD again, please. MW4 question mark. A fucking grizzly bear. My body is ready. Eyes. Esports. Like for no exos. I think this is the most liked tweet on the entire reply page, and with almost 2,000, so I think a lot of people do not want exos. Riley, if you've been developing Ghost 2, you messed up. Either a remastered, patched Modern Warfare Collection or Ghost 2 for banter purposes. Please, for the love of COD, just give us a COD 4 MW2 type game. No futuristic bullshit, no jetpacks, please. MW4, a picture of MW4. As long as it's boots on the ground, I'm happy. COD 4 remastered. Esports, Faith for no exos. MW2 remake. Please be a Modern Warfare Master Collection. Faith for no jetpacks. MW4, if it's Ghost 2, I'll kill myself. Would you rather have exosuits like AW or a game like Ghost? That's a real question. Ghost 2 would have, sorry, let's just ignore that. MW4, Black Ops 4, Fish, MW4, please don't be Ghost 2. Okay, so, as everyone can see, pretty much everyone has said either A, remaster the old Call of Duties, which, may I add, there's no advanced movement, or B, don't include advanced movement, or C, just don't give us Ghost 2. So I think it's pretty safe to say the majority opinion of the Call of Duty community is that we do not like advanced movement. Now, that being said, that is where my concern comes into play. I'm going to put this image up on the screen and I just want to point something out that I kind of thought about, and we'll have a little discussion here, see what you guys think. So what you're looking at here is a list of the past few Call of Duties starting at MW3, and it has their release date and the day I think that studio started working on the game. Now, with that being said, that date could be a little bit off. I'm just assuming that if a game comes out in November, that studio will start working on their next game at least by December. So, for example, Infinity Ward released MW3 in November of 2011. I then have to assume that Infinity Ward then proceeded to start working on Ghosts in December of 2011, maybe January at the latest. Now, I want to make a point here that I think is very key to this whole thing. I do not think it's a coincidence that Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3 both have advanced movement in them. I definitely feel like the three studios, they all talk to each other, they know what each other is doing. It would just be way too much of a coincidence for Sledgehammer Games to come out with an advanced movement system for Advanced Warfare, and then Treyarch, without knowing that, randomly comes out with an advanced movement system for BO3. It definitely doesn't work like that. They definitely communicated that to each other. So that being said, let's just look at the timeline here and look at some of these dates, and I'll explain to you my concerns for Call of Duty 2016. Okay, so let's look at AW. Released in November of 2014, and they started working on it in December of 2011. I say December of 2011 because Sledgehammer also helped on MW3, so I'm thinking after MW3 came out, they then proceeded to start working on their own game, because AW was the first game that Sledgehammer actually made. It used to be a 2-year cycle before Sledgehammer got thrown into the mix. So Sledgehammer has been working on Advanced Warfare since 2011, and Treyarch started working on Black Ops 3 in 2012. Now, I'm almost positive Treyarch knew Sledgehammer was creating an advanced movement system in 2012 when they started working on Black Ops 3, and it was most definitely like a plan by either Activision or all the companies combined or whatever, that Call of Duty was supposed to move in this direction, that we were supposed to start having advanced movements in all of the Call of Duties. It's obvious that Activision and all these companies, they thought people were really gonna love the advanced movement system. They didn't predict that people would hate it. They wouldn't put it into the game if they didn't think people were gonna like it. So now if we fast forward this timeline, AW gets released in November of 2014, and I would say that people started hating advanced movement like maybe early AW to halfway in AW, and definitely by the end of AW, it was the majority opinion that people didn't like advanced movement. So by the time Treyarch found out that people don't like advanced movement, it was already 2015. I would say by the time summer of 2015 hit, it was pretty well known that the community did not like advanced movement, but at the same time, June 2015, Treyarch finds out, hey, the community doesn't like advanced movement. They got their next game coming out in November. By that time, advanced movement was already a permanent feature of Black Ops 3. They couldn't go back and say, oh shit, people don't like advanced movement, let's take this out, we don't want to put it in our game. It was too late for all that. So they were forced to put out a game with advanced movement. Now, whether or not you think they would actually change it based on the community feedback, I don't know, but I have to assume that they would. I really feel like if it was that strong and it was that much of a focal point of the game and the community really spoke out against it, that they'd at the very least listen to that and take it out of the game if they were able to. But obviously there wasn't enough time left for them to do that and make such a major change like that. So now let's look at COD 2016. They started working on this game right after Ghost came out, so around December of 2013. Now, I can only assume if Treyarch knew the AW was going to have advanced movement, that Infinity Ward had to know the AW was going to have advanced movement, and the Infinity Ward was also part of this advanced movement evolution in Call of Duty. So because of that, I have to assume that Infinity Ward started developing a game in December 2013 based around advanced movement, because at this point in time, they didn't know that people weren't gonna like it. So from December 2013 to mid 2015, which is like a year and a half, Infinity Ward spent that time making a game with advanced movement. I have to assume that. It's just like the only logical conclusion, right? And the only reason I assume that is because Treyarch made a game with advanced movement. If Treyarch hadn't have put it in their game, then I would have said, okay, advanced movement, that's Sledgehammer shit, only they do that. But the fact that Treyarch did it lets me know that I really believe that they thought advanced movement was going to be the future of Call of Duty. Okay, so now knowing all the information, we've made quite a few assumptions here, but I've given you my reasoning. That's just what I think is going on. Infinity Ward has been working on a game with advanced movement for a year and a half. They didn't know people hated that until like 6 to 10 months ago, something in that range. Now, do you think 6 months ago, Infinity Ward said, wow, people don't really like advanced movement, so they just scrapped an entire year and a half of work and said, fuck advanced movement, we'll use this next year and a half on developing a game without advanced movement? That's where I have a problem, because I'm not really sure that they would do that. That seems like a lot of wasted resources, a lot of wasted time, a lot of wasted money that they put into advanced movement, and then they find out, oh shit, people don't like this. Now, are they gonna take that step and take advanced movement out of their game? That's the concern that I have. I really think because of the way Call of Duty's made, and because of the fact that they started working on this game way before they knew that people weren't gonna like advanced movement, that we really could be looking at another year of advanced movement in Call of Duty 2016. I don't know, that's where you guys come in. Am I crazy here for thinking this? Like, do you agree with me? You disagree? I don't know. I mean, it does make sense, right? I feel like I made reasonable connections here. If Treyarch hadn't have put advanced movement in their game, I wouldn't have been saying this, but the fact that Treyarch put it in the game knowing that the community did not like it, that tells me that they didn't have a choice but to put it in, because they had already been working on it for years. So by the time they found out that the community doesn't like it, it was too late. They already had it in their game. And I'm just a little bit concerned that the same thing might happen with Infinity Ward. Now, next year, if Sledgehammer comes out with AW2 with advanced movement just like AW, that's just like a fuck you to the community. They basically saying to the Call of Duty community, to all of their customers at that point, they're just saying, hey, fuck you, we don't care what you think, we're giving you this game. But now, Infinity Ward putting it in their game at the end of this year, I'm not sure that would be 100% their fault, because I truly believe that they had already put it into the game and started developing it before they found out that anyone hated it. So anyways, you guys let me know your thoughts on that, what you think. Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I fucking crazy? I don't know. I was just thinking about that, and I wanted to share with you guys. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like rating if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already. Follow me on Twitter. Links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day, and peace out.
You got a secret, like you victorious. I'm back on a Tuesday and fucking feels glorious. I'm on the backbeat, sipping in the backseat, listening to NSYNC. No, not Backstreet.